ये 3 बना के आदमी रिटायर हो सकता था।
सही है, बिल्कुल
कमाल है। मतलब आपकी प्रोफाइल में ऐसी एक फिल्म आ जाए, आपको लगे अब क्या बनाने की जरूरत कुछ और।
सही है।
Bachchan is ISO 9000 ISI mark.
Nice.
सही।
Well done. Well put. He must be the youngest old man I have seen on screen.
Oh gosh. Yes.
बच्चन साहब ने कंप्यूटर को भी इतना रिस्पेक्ट दिया है
हाँ,
कंप्यूटर जी।
इनके तो कैमियोज भी ऐसे लगते हैं कि हाय हाय वापस आ जाओ और दोबारा देखना है, यू नो। You're listening to Dime a Dozen Films podcast.
नमस्कार, आदाब, सलाम, सत श्री अकाल सारे लिसनर्स को। एक बार फिर हम बच्चन साहब के एपिसोड के साथ में हाजिर हुए। गुड इवनिंग नलिनी जी, गुड इवनिंग संदीप, गुड इवनिंग गौरव। हाउ हैव योर रिस्पेक्टिव डेज बीन?
Good evening, Ashu ji. I had an interesting day and I'll leave it at that.
इंटरेस्टिंग का मेरी एक फिलॉसफी है, पता है। इंटरेस्टिंग ऐसा होता है कि जब आपको ये ना पता हो कि आपको अच्छा बोला जाए या खराब बोला जाए,
हाँ,
कि किसी को बुरा बोलेंगे तो बुरा लगेगा, तो फिर इंटरेस्टिंग बोल करके छोड़ दो,
बिल्कुल
खत्म।
वैसा ही दिन था मेरा।
It's one of the most diplomatic terms that one can come across, and it is mostly used in the film industry, especially when ट्रायल में लोगों को बुलाते, बोले आप फिल्म देखो, आपका रिव्यू के लिए, व्यू के लिए, और फिल्म देखने के बाद बाहर निकलता है बंदा और सोचता है यार पिक्चर इतनी खराब है, इस आदमी को कैसे बोलूं मैं पिक्चर खराब है, पिक्चर तो बना दी इसने, रिलीज करना है। तो उसको जो प्रोड्यूसर या डायरेक्टर को आके बोलता है कि सर कैसी लगी पिक्चर आपको? इंटरेस्टिंग, अच्छी फिल्म बनाई, इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग।
हाँ,
अब वो आदमी भी खुश क्योंकि खराब नहीं है और आप भी खुश। इससे ज्यादा डिप्लोमेटिक क्या हो सकता है? सो योर इंटरेस्टिंग डे इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग।
यस।
संदीप, हाउ वाज द डे?
एकदम मस्त आशु जी। गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। नलिनी जी, गौरव भाई, हैप्पी टू बी बैक अगेन।
संदीप, मस्ट होना चाहिए
एकदम।
एंड हेलो गौरव, हाउ आर यू? हाउ वाज योर डे?
गुड आशु भाई, अभी इंटरेस्टिंग और मस्त हो गया तो मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि झकास
झकास हो गया। ठंड शुरू हो गई है?
ठंड हो गई है शुरू थोड़ी बहुत, बट बाकी आई थिंक 1-2 दिन से वापस थोड़ा सा नॉर्मल हुआ। बट या आई थिंक वी आर गेटिंग प्रिपेयर्ड नाउ। हम लोगों ने अपने क्या है वो अंदर जो ट्रंक्स में से विंटर क्लोथ्स और ये सब निकालना शुरू कर दिया है, ऑल दोस थिंग्स।
फैंटास्टिक। तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं बच्चन साहब की फिल्मों को लेकर के। हमने काफी सारा ग्राउंड पिछली बार कवर किया था और काफी सारी चीजों के बारे में बात की थी, बट हमको भी ये सारा पता था कि एक ही एपिसोड में सब कुछ कवर करना तो थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा। तो मैं ना आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू पीपल टू स्टार्ट विद एन अनकन्वेंशनल काइंड ऑफ अ पेयरिंग। तो जनरली हम लोग जब फिल्म के पेयरिंग के बारे में बात करते हैं तो हम हीरो हीरोइन की पेयरिंग की बात करते हैं। मैं यहाँ अलग किस्म की पेयरिंग की बात करना चाहता हूँ, एंड आई वुड लाइक ईच वन ऑफ यू टू टेक इफ पॉसिबल टू टॉक अबाउट बच्चन साहब पेयरिंग विद देयर रिस्पेक्टिव डायरेक्टर, बिकॉज बच्चन साहब ने किसी एक डायरेक्टर के साथ में एक नहीं मल्टीपल फिल्में की और कुछ फिल्में जो है छाप छोड़ के गई। चाहे बच्चन साहब ने मनमोहन देसाई के साथ में काम किया, चाहे बच्चन साहब ने प्रकाश मेहरा के साथ काम किया, चाहे बच्चन साहब ने ऋषिकेश मुखर्जी के साथ काम किया है, चाहे बच्चन साहब ने यशराज में काम किया है। There's lots of work he has done with a lot of directors, and even contemporary में सुजीत सरकार के साथ में काम किया है, करण जौहर के साथ में काम किया है। I just want your take on what do you think that this particular combination has created a magic for you. So Sandeep, I would like to know from you कि आपको किस डायरेक्टर के साथ में बच्चन साहब की फिल्मों का मैजिक नजर आता था?
Interesting. Also a very difficult choice to make for me.
क्या शुरुआत की आशु जी ने, है ना संदीप?
एकदम।
सबकी बोलती बंद कर दी और मेरे दिमाग में भी घूम रही हैं चीजें।
बट क्या है, बच्चन साहब के बारे में कुछ अलग निकाल के ढूंढ के लाएंगे तो और मजा आएगा बात करने में।
सही है, हाँ
एकदम।
हाँ।
So देखिए, I am torn between प्रकाश मेहरा एंड मनमोहन देसाई, दोनों की फिल्मों का और पेयरिंग का मैं बहुत मुरीद हूँ, बट आई वुड गो विथ बच्चन एंड यश चोपड़ा, एंड द रीजन फॉर दैट फॉर मी वुड बी बिकॉज द इनिशियली जो द एंग्री यंग मैन, the image that was created, although a lot of it had to do with Salim Javed, and because of the writing, and also because of them casting Bachchan in those roles, but still अगर आप ऐसी ही फिल्मोग्राफी देखें ना, तो दीवार, त्रिशूल, काला पत्थर, ये 3 बना के आदमी रिटायर हो सकता था.
सही
कमाल
है,
है, मतलब
सही है, बिल्कुल
आपकी प्रोफाइल में ऐसी एक फिल्म आ जाए, आपको लगे अब क्या बनाने की जरूरत, कुछ और.
सही है.
है ना, तो मतलब और अगर कुछ भी नहीं किया हो इन्होंने, एंड आई हैव मेंशन दिस अर्लियर, आई थिंक कि आई एम नॉट अ बिग फैन ऑफ द किंग ऑफ रोमांस यश चोपड़ा, बट आई हैव टू टेक द नेम ऑफ दीज 3 फिल्म्स स्पेशली बिकॉज इसके बाद रिटायर हो सकता था आदमी. आई मीन सलीम जावेद कुड हैव पुट द पेन्स डाउन, बच्चन कुड हैव रिटायर्ड, एंड यश चोपड़ा आल्सो कुड हैव हंग अप हिज बूट्स. की मतलब मेन स्ट्रीम स्पेस में इससे बड़ा काम हो ही नहीं सकता. एंड all these films are like collectively they are not 7 or 8 years apart from each other, right? तो ये मुझे एकदम pinnacle लगता है of the Bachchan that I love. So ये 3, and just diametrically opposite to these, one of the other kind of Yash Chopra films that I like, which is Kabhi Kabhi. तो एकदम completely diametrically opposite role, and unlike these 3 films, कभी कभी का बहुत ज्यादा श्रेय यश चोपड़ा का जाता है compared to the writers, although like साहिर जी की lines है उसमें, and the poet character gets elevated because of these lines, but you can see
Correct.
that even Yash Chopra's heart is in kabhi kabhi more than a Diwar or a Trishul or a Kala Patthar. So the first lot of those 3 films and this, so purely because of these 4, I'm gonna name that particular director actor combo.
और संदीप, कमाल है ना कि डिस्पाइट यू सेइंग कि ये 3 पिनिकल है फिल्मों की, इसके बाद में आप रिटायर हो सकते हैं, इससे बड़ा कुछ नहीं हो सकता है, और उसके बावजूद शोले है, रमेश सिप्पी के साथ में है, शोले है, मल्टी स्टारकास्ट फिल्म है, कमर्शियल फिल्म है, 70 mm की फिल्म है, जो आज तक लोग देख करके उसको एंजॉय करते हैं, और उसका एक ऐसा कल्ट हुआ था शोले का. मुझे लगता है शोले की फिल्मों के पहले शायद ऑडियो कैसेट्स डायलॉग में इतने पॉपुलर कभी नहीं हुए थे जो शोले के बाद हुए हैं, तो उसका अपना एक चलन चला. सो आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग, संदीप, यू गिवन सम ग्रेट नेम्स ऑब्वियसली, बट 3 फिल्मों को पिनिकल बनाना और उसके बाद में एक फिल्म और आना उसके बावजूद, जो लगता है कि या अगर उनसे चढ़ के नहीं है तो उसके लेवल की तो है ही है. तो आप एक बच्चन साहब की फिल्मों के साथ में शायद पिनिकल वर्ड को सीमित नहीं रख सकते, ये मेरा मानना है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
Definitely, Ashuji. I am only saying in terms of one director, one actor, and one writer. वो तीनों का combo. वरना तो ऐसे कहीं है. And Ashuji, like you rightly pointed out, शोले, forget everything else. मतलब भूल जाइए कि शोले में वो legendary dialogues है और वो pairing है और सब कुछ. अगर आप बिग स्क्रीन पे शोले को देखें तो जो प्रोडक्शन वैल्यू है शोले का, वो किसी और फिल्म का नहीं है उस टाइम. The other films might have been better, might not, वो discussion अलग है quality wise, but just the scale and production design, you pick up any Sergio Leone film of like, you know, Good, Bad, Ugly, जो भी उठा के देखिए आप, उसके comparison में बजट बहुत कम होगी, but the production design is top notch. And क्या ही बोले आप शोले के बारे में.
मतलब हॉलीवुड वेस्टर्न फिल्म को इंडिया में लेके आ गए थे ऐसा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
We'll move on to you, Gaurav. Which is the combination that you would like to speak about?
I know what he's going to say. Sorry to interrupt.
Absolutely, yeah. I have no second thoughts.
Me neither. Me neither.
Rishi Da, for that matter, I think, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s is the time we started to know about directors. Before that, you know, directors never came in the limelight. But if you really see Rishi Da, because I'm digressing a little bit, why Rishi Da? Because Rishi Da is not even just that Bachchan. He brought Bachchan in the forefront, you know, even back Anadi times and, you know, Devanand films and all of that. Hrishikesh Mukherjee, I feel, is one of the finest finest directors of our country in terms of bringing a cultural nuance as well as storytelling, as well as having a mass appeal, a mix of all these things. And the reason I like that pairing with Bachchan Saab and Rishida is because all said and done, I think Bachchan Saab, of course, he's, the action part and the dialogue part and everything, but the depth of his silence, the depth of his movement, the depth of his not doing anything. There's a 1 minute shot in Millie wherein Bachchan is looking outside the window. It's a back shot. The whole shot is going on for 1 minute. He's just moving from one side of the window to the other side of the window, just walking. So I think that part of the depth and those are the things that I fell in love with Bachchan. So if it was not for Rishida, I don't think I would have fallen in love with Bachchan. And the other one film which peculiarly stands out for me is Diwar, because of Yash Chopra ji. So yeah, I think my pairing, first one will go to Rishida and Yash Chopra ji for Diwar.
Yeah.
इंटरेस्टिंग। नलिनी जी, आप बताएं।
जी बिल्कुल, मेरी तो exactly the same as Gaurav Sethi. I mean, we haven't exchanged notes on this, but the first time I saw this actor on the big screen was in a Rishida film where he impressed me. I mean, before that, there were other films that he had acted in which flopped. I mean, films like Saath Hindustani. He was so good in Saath Hindustani. I recommend that film to everybody. Just watch it. That whole film is also nice. But Rishida, what he brought out in Amitabh Bachchan, I don't think any other director was able to bring out the same thing. They brought out different aspects to his persona, to his dialogue delivery, to his, like Gaurav is saying, his silences. But Anand, Namak Haram, Millie, Abhiman, these films are my go-to. Whenever I'm sitting down, I just go and watch these films. I watch them again and again. When it comes to Yash Chopra, the two films that for me have so much repeat value because of Mr. Bachchan, one is Kala Patthar and the other one is Trishul. मतलब जो यश चोपड़ा जी, जैसे ही संदीप ने अभी बोला ना, सब लोग मतलब सोशल मीडिया और इस पे बोलते हैं वो शिफॉन साड़ीज, मुझे हमेशा से ये इतना stupid लगी ये बात कि यश चोपड़ा was only considered to be this romantic person because he made all these romantic films which he did, but look at the variety that he's given us in cinema. दीवार दी, त्रिशूल दिया, काला पत्थर में जो बच्चन साहब ने किया मुझे वो भूलता नहीं है. But my favorite combination vis-a-vis Amitabh Bachchan will till date remain Hrishikesh Mukherjee and Amitabh Bachchan. And one more thing I just wanted to bring in, Ashuji, this is I don't know whether he's done more than one film with this director or not, but there is a film which Mr. Bachchan's performance, like in the last podcast, Gaurav Sethi had pointed out, and very rightly, that Bachchan Saab never ran after his girls, except for, Gini Chuni film, very few films which became popular. There is a film which was written by a Bengali writer, which was directed by Dulal Guha. It's called Do Anjane. अगर आप इस फिल्म को देखें ना आशु जी, तो वो कभी कभी इसके सामने बिल्कुल फीकी पड़ जाती है. मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, and I'm saying this with a lot of responsibility, because एक तो उस फिल्म की कहानी, एक तो जिस तरीके का प्यार ये रेखा से करते हैं, रेखा के कैरेक्टर, फिल्म में उनका नाम भी रेखा है, और जिस तरीके की इतनी जिल्लत ये इंसान फेस करता है at the hands of his wife and his situation. He's so brilliant, and I tell you, दो अनजाने में हम लास्ट पॉडकास्ट में बच्चन साहब के शराबी सीन्स के बारे में बात कर रहे थे ना. करेक्ट आशु जी, इसको जो दो सीन्स है ना दो अनजाने में शराबी, आप देखिए वो सीन्स दोबारा से. एक प्रेम चोपड़ा है उसमें और एक में प्रेम चोपड़ा नहीं है, वो सिर्फ रेखा के सामने कर रहे हैं. Because the depth in those, they're not comedy scenes. Yes, he's doing it in a comic way. His dialogues are something he says, no, okay, you single gender neutral something, and he throws Prem Chopra out of the house. आप ये फिल्म दोबारा अगर किसी ने नहीं देखी है तो प्लीज दो अनजाने देखिए. और मुझे दुलाल गोहा और बच्चन साहब की जो जोड़ी है, I put that above his role in Kabhi Kabhi, because in Kabhi Kabhi, yes, of course, he was good, he was a poet, everything was fine, but it was a very, I don't know, somehow it was one-dimensional for me when I compare it with these films. So ye mere choices hain.
Interesting. Very, very different kind of a name that you spoke about, Dulal Guha, and not too many people in today's times know about Dulal Guha's films.
Ji.
Very good names that have come across. But अगर मैं अपने फिल्मों की बात करूं तो मेरे को तो पता नहीं, देयर आर सो मेनी फिल्म्स दैट ही हैज डन. मतलब जो सबसे पहले दिमाग में आता है वो मनमोहन देसाई आते हैं. उनके साथ जो फिल्में की उन्होंने, चाहे वो अमर अकबर एंथनी, मतलब कुछ फिल्में ऐसी हैं जो सुपर हिट है, जो पिक्चरें इतनी अच्छी नहीं बनी लेकिन पिक्चर फिर भी ब्लॉकबस्टर है. कुछ फिल्में ठीक नहीं बनी लेकिन मेरे दिमाग में अमर अकबर एंथनी हो गया, नसीब हो गया, सुहाग हो गया, देश प्रेमी हो गया. देयर आर सो मेनी फिल्म्स ऑफ मनमोहन देसाई that have really clicked. So I got introduced to Mr. Bachchan and that action film with two directors, Manmohan Desai and Prakash Mehra. And sometimes it became difficult for me to sort of separate between them कि कौन सा वाला कौन है डायरेक्टर. बिकॉज उस वक्त में, मतलब उस वक्त मुझे फिल्में देखना ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट था, टेक्निकल वैल्यूज नहीं थे ज्यादा. बट मैं फिर भी नाम जो लूंगा ना, आई वुड से क्योंकि प्रेजेंटेशन तीनों में कुछ कमाल का था, एंड दैट वाज मुकुल आनंद विद अग्निपथ, हम, खुदा गवाह. तीनों कमर्शियल फिल्में. अभी मुकुल आनंद की पिक्चरें इतनी ज्यादा चलती नहीं थी कंपैरेटिवली, लेकिन टेक्निकली जो वो बच्चन साहब को प्रेजेंट करते थे, लार्जर देन लाइफ जो वो लेकर के आते थे, इट वाज समथिंग रियली रियली ब्रिलियंट. ऑल द थ्री फिल्म्स हैड ग्रेट सॉन्ग्स एज वेल. It had a very good commercial value. Again, all these films had multi-star cast films. तो उसमें अलग-अलग, मतलब गोविंदा भी था, रजनीकांत भी था. You have all kinds of people coming over there and presenting. मतलब मुझे पिक्चरें जो हैं इन तीनों के साथ, ये दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत अच्छा लगा. हालांकि मुकुल आनंद has made some films with other actors also, but अमित जी के साथ में प्रेजेंटेशन बहुत ही अच्छा रहा. But of course, overall, if you see, it's a little difficult to choose because बच्चन साहब के साथ में दूसरे डायरेक्टर्स ने भी बहुत अच्छा अच्छा काम किया है, बट ये नाम ऑफ द कफ निकल के आते हैं
एकदम. And I'm so glad, Ashu ji, that you brought in Mukul Anand because since others were also talking about more than one pair of actor director, I thought कि अगर मुकुल आनंद का नाम नहीं आया तो मैं एंड में बोलूंगा because Mukul Anand had a very important role to play in Bachchan's filmography, क्योंकि जब 84 के बाद Yash Chopra had moved on to other kind of films, and Prakash Mehra and Manmohan Desai were giving him films like Tufan, Jadugar. He would have faded out in a way that would not have done justice to his stardom if not for the three Mukul Anand films जो ठीक बच्चन की sabbatical से पहले आए. And he was not so young, but he was still a angry man in those films. And Agnipath, Hum and Khuda Gawah, Agnipath and Hum more, Khuda Gawah थोड़ा सा uneven है कहीं कहीं, but technically Mukul Anand is a fine director. He did not get his due. People don't remember him with that fondness, but just look at these three films. Like I mentioned, the other three films in the initial years with Yash Chopra, towards the end of Bachchan's leading man role in a way, he gave him some fantastic film out. Whatever be the box office of those films, these three films have immense repeat value and बहुत ही अच्छी है technically. And हम तो, like we discussed in the last podcast, has created genres and saved industries. So Mukul Anand बहुत important नाम है, and thank you again Ashu ji for bringing him up.
Not at all, because मुझे भी लगता था कि Mukul Anand was such a brilliant director. His way, the way he used to frame his अभी मैं technical नहीं होना चाहता हूँ, but that is why in a very simple way, बच्चन साहब को जो वो फ्रेम में प्रेजेंट करते थे, you could see him larger than life in his presentation. That is how good he was. And he created, so yes, he recreated, if I wouldn't say created, he recreated the persona of Amitabh Bachchan of the masses and gave it back to the masses all over the country and sort of reinvigorated that image of Mr. Bachchan all over again.
Yeah, since you're talking about Mukul Anand, the two films of Mukul Anand which appeal to me, one is Hum, and the other one is Agnipath, because his presentation, like you're saying, now Ashuji and Sandeep is also saying, he presented Mr. Bachchan very differently, very, very differently. And this was a Bachchan Saab who's, had like become older. He'd also gained some weight and he was looking healthier. He was not lanky. I mean, I didn't like Khuda Gawah. And Ashuji, there's also one more director with whom he made very interesting films, very entertaining films. One is Rakesh Kumar, na? Ashuji, Mr. Natwar Lal.
Yeah, Mr. Natwar Lal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he also made, I think Rakesh Kumar directed Do Aur Do Panch also, which you all spoke about in the last episode.
In the last podcast, yes.
And he made Yarana, So इनके साथ भी इनकी काफी अच्छी entertaining films बनी थी. Of course, ये दो और दो पांच बिल्कुल भी नहीं चली. And personally, मुझे पसंद भी नहीं है वो film. But Mr. Natwar Lal was extremely entertaining, nahi?
Yes. Oh my God, really good. And I think, you know what, probably for me, it is for me. That is where I probably saw Mr. Bachchan do comedy for the first time. I didn't see him do comedy like that earlier. He even sang in that film, Mere Paas Aao Mere Paas Aao Mere Dosto, Ek Kissa Suno.
मेरे पास आओ मेरे दोस्तों एक किस्सा सुनो मेरे पास आओ मेरे दोस्तों एक किस्सा सुनो कई साल पहले की ये बात है
बोलो माँ चुप क्यों हो गए
आशु जी वो पहली बार जब हमने ये सुना ये गाना स्क्रीन पे आशु जी वो गा नहीं रहे थे वो तो पूरा मतलब इट वाज लाइक अ थिएटर इट वाज लाइक अ प्ले
हाँ वो डायलॉग भी आ जाते
so fantastic yeah the first time we heard him sing yeah
so there are lots of other films also like I would think even Tino Anand did some very good films with Mr. Bachchan but you know वो दौर था जहाँ पे because we've covered the angry one young man in the earlier episode also and we should move ahead but there was a time where he then moved on from the angry young man into a pivotal character in the Hindi films where the film sort of centered around him चाहे वो मोहब्बतें हों जिसमें he played the antagonist चाहे वो Black हो there are lots of other films in the second run he actually came in as well I would for the want of anything else because there were some other younger actors he made character actors also extremely important Sandeep, we'll start with you. What would you like to speak about in the second run when he started playing the more pivotal characters and although the protagonist was somebody else? How did you accept him in those films and in those roles and in those characters?
Okay, so I did not accept him in those roles and characters and I still haven't. Having said that, there are a lot of...
Okay, no. Before you move ahead, let's close this a little more. Why haven't you accepted him in these other character roles? And why is he still the hero in your film, in your mind?
So, why he is still a hero? Like, Prem mein agar Bachchan hai, right? I cannot accept him being on the fringes of a frame. He should own the frame. And given sufficient material, I still believe now it would be too much to push because he's also, with age, it kind of shows and he might not be able to, although that is still a might. But मैं कुछ interesting films की बात बोलूँगा इस दौर में भी where for me he was still the main character, right? And kudos to people like Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra for that. Although people like his role in Mohabbatein and all of that, neither the film nor his role worked for me. I cannot take him as a weak patriarch who loses or who pines for his wife in Bhagwan and all of that. It doesn't work for me. But Aks, the way Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra showed him in Aks and the film that film did not get its due, but like powerhouse performances by both Bachchan and a young Manoj Bajpayee at that time, who I'm sure would have found it a little overwhelming to be opposite Bachchan, but that doesn't show. Bajpayee is also in his full flow. But yeah, that kind of a role. Or if we move little further, then thanks to RGV, he had.
I was just going to tell you, Sarkar and RGV, how he presented Mr. Bachchan was completely opposite or different to what the other people have presented, and he still made him central and stellar.
Yeah, because RGV is at end of the day a fanboy like me. He might have done Satya and other things, but his love for cinema came from seeing the vintage Bachchan. So although he did give him one of the best performances ever in a film like Nishab, but even if you ask RGV, he still prefers the Bachchan in Sarkar, and you can see the way he frames it, right? अगर मुझे उनको ऐसा कुछ प्रेजेंट करने का मौका मिलता स्क्रीन पे, मैं ऐसे ही एक पावरफुल क्रूशियल रोल में रखता. So Sarkar, then we have Run as well. Run is another film that doesn't get talked about enough, but आज जो मीडिया का हाल है वो 12-13 साल पहले दिखा चुके हैं वो Run में, and again a central character. So wherever, even if the film has been a little uneven, I have liked these later roles of Bachchan. Dev एक जो फिल्म थी that had Fahim Khan, Kareena Kapoor, Om Puri and others.
गोविंद निलानी की पिक्चर.
गोविंद निलानी जी की फिल्म थी, बहुत ही अच्छी फिल्म थी. That kind of rounded up his police trilogy also. और बहुत सही फिल्म थी. I mean, you can't compare it with the earlier Nilani films, but very good performance coming from Mr. Bachchan. Or I would say even films like Piku उसके बाद, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that
Sujit
also.
Sarkar के साथ.
It again doesn't have to be action or some powerful character like that, but he is powerful in a way in Piku. और बहुत लोगों से मैंने ये complaint सुना है, normally people who are not who don't belong to a particular part of India, कि ये तो हम कर रहे हैं, इरफान साहब बहुत natural है, बाकी अब ये hamming है. I don't agree with that. Irfan is a very great actor, and like all that aside, I have seen older people in our families, in Bengali families, behave that way. वो realistic एकदम अपनी बात को अंदर रख के नहीं करते हैं. वो they become cranky with age or sometimes, and even their love is at a higher volume. So I didn't find that harming at all. In fact, my wife, who's not from Odisha, she told me after watching the film that it reminds me of you older people in your family. I'm like, yes, exactly. They talk like that. It is as realistic. अगर वो सेटल होती तो उसमें प्रॉब्लम होता मुझे कि वो बंदा जहां से आया है, भास्कर बैनर्जी 2.0, वो वैसे ही बिहेव करेगा. So yeah, Ashish ji, so to round it off, yeah, these are some of the performances top of my head. I'm sure I would have missed some, but ऐसे किरदार मुझे उनके generally बहुत अच्छे लगे हैं, जहां वो central है and has some strong agency and carries the film.
So I will speak about one more film जहाँ पे subtlety की बात करनी होगी, but I will come to that a little later. And I think everybody will have something or the other to say on that, because personally, it's a cult film for me. We will discuss about Shakti a little later. I think it's a great film with great performances between two great actors and some great story in that also. But with this, Gaurav, I will move on to you. Is there something that you would want to speak about Bachchan Saab and moving on from, let's say, the young angry man into a more character actor kind of a role, which is also important in the film? Or rather, I know from the film industry point of view, people still write films with Bachchan Saab in mind and keeping his age in mind. So something that came closer to his age and he started playing more truer to his age. Would you like to say something on that?
Yeah, I think you're very right in saying that I'm sure a lot of films wouldn't have been made if Bachchan Saab was not there. They wouldn't have found anybody else who could, playing those roles of that age and still be mainstream. So definitely I agree with that. That a lot of films got made because Bachchan Saab was back into acting.
True.
But personally speaking, if I have to watch a Bachchan film, I will just go back to a 70s or a 80s film. I will not watch a film of today. What I love about the second innings of Bachchan Saab is the man himself, the tenacity, the how he sort of the resurgence of the man after going through all the financial troubles. So how that man built himself again is something which is more relatable to me. So I think his role in real life is much bigger in the second innings than the role he played in films. And KBC, I would say by far, is the best role he's played in the second innings.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In fact, I was going to come to the, medium part, which we will tackle a little later. I got two mediums with Mr. Bachchan, but we'll move over for now to Nalini ji. Nalini ji, what do you have to add to this in terms of character actors or in terms of films that he played more of his age when he got a little older?
You know, for me, the film that stands out, I mean, I couldn't stand Mohabbatein as a film, as a story. I mean, the music, a little bit here and there, okay, fine. But for me, what stands out as a performance is Khaki, Rajkumar Santoshi's film. I go back to that film, Ashuji, innumerable times. मुझे सिर्फ बच्चन साहब और सबने काम अच्छा किया, अतुल कुलकर्णी ने काम अच्छा किया है, ऐश्वर्या ने काम अच्छा किया है, वो क्या नाम है, अजय देवगन तो ऐसा ही है, बट बाकी सब उस खाकी जो फिल्म है वो बार बार देखने को मन करता है बच्चन साहब के लिए. That's my favorite role of recent times which Bachchan Saab has done, and of course Sarkar 1, because I was gobsmacked when I saw Sarkar 1, and was so glad that he was somebody was giving him a role like this, which was actually उसमें dialogue कहाँ है, बहुत कम dialogue है ना, बहुत ठहराव है, बहुत मुझे पता नहीं क्यों लगता है ऋषिकेश मुखर्जी ऐसी फिल्म गैंगस्टर की फिल्म तो नहीं बनाते, पर अगर ऋषिकेश मुखर्जी जिंदा होते और बच्चन साहब को ओल्डर कैरेक्टर में कास्ट करना होता तो वो सरकार जैसा कैरेक्टर उनको देते जिसमें वो आंखों से बात करते हैं. बहुत अच्छा लगा उनका रोल सरकार में जो उन्होंने किया. खाकी तो मेरी ऑल टाइम फेवरेट है बच्चन साहब की वजह से, लिटरली बिकॉज ऑफ हिम. And before we move on, I just wanted to go back and just tell you about two films before we forget. There was a film, Ravi Tandon की फिल्म मजबूर, उनके young days, है ना?
Yes.
उसमें भी देखिए क्या काम किया आशुजी बच्चन साहब ने, बहुत अच्छा काम किया, स्टोरी भी बहुत अच्छी थी. और आशुजी एक वो है क्या कहते हैं मजबूर, और एक वो है ना सौदागर जो सुदेंदु रॉय ने डायरेक्ट की थी, जिसके बारे में संदीप ने last podcast mein he just mentioned the name. But that is a Bachchan Saab who could easily have been a Rishida Bachchan Saab. I mean, who would imagine giving him a small lungi and making him climb these trees and वो गुड़ का रस निकाले.
Correct.
और उनको उस वक्त में आशुजी इन्होंने मूछे दे दी जो उस कैरेक्टर को मुझे लगा बहुत सूट भी की. और नूतन के ऑपोजिट, मतलब बहुत 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 बढ़िया फिल्म है सौदागर और उनका काम. तो ओल्डर मैन में मुझे उनकी खाकी सबसे बेस्ट लगती है, मुझे मोहब्बतें बिल्कुल नहीं अच्छी लगी, मुझे मृत्युदाता और खुदा गवाह ये सब फिल्में अच्छी नहीं लगी थी. मेरी तो वही चॉइस होगी.
सौदागर मैंने ना स्ट्रैंड में देखी थी.
अच्छा.
जो कुलाबा में थिएटर है उसका. सौदागर की फिल्म का कैमरामैन था दिलीप दत्ता. ही सेड कि हमारी फिल्में जरूर देखिए. And I went and saw the film on his invitation, and I quite enjoyed the film at that point of time also. It was a different kind of a Bachchan film, but we all really liked it.
Yeah.
But from my point of view, if you ask me, in the recent times, so what has happened is I think he blended into the older characters also brilliantly. And like Gaurav said, that कई फिल्में ऐसी हैं जो बनी क्योंकि बच्चन साहब ने उसमें काम किया और उस फिल्म को बड़ा किया. मैं थोड़ा आई विल स्टार्ट इन 2000 अगेन अ वेरी कमर्शियल फिल्म बाय द नेम आंखें. अक्षय, परेश, अर्जुन, सुष्मिता,
संजय
And,
गुप्ता की आंखें, ओ संजय नहीं
नहीं
नहीं नहीं
नहीं, विपुल शाह की विपुल शाह की फिल्म थी,
जी
गौरंग जोशी ने प्रोड्यूस की थी, और उसमें ही प्लेड द नेगेटिव। अमित जी
Yes.
बैंक की चोरी कराना चाहते हैं, ये सब अंधे कैरेक्टर्स है और उनको ट्रेन कराते हैं सुष्मिता के थ्रू कि किस तरीके से एक बैंक को 3 अंधे जाकर के चुरा करके निकाल के लेके आएंगे। I think he did very, very well in that film. He just fit into it. But if you go further, then Chini Kam was a completely different kind of a character that he played. And I quite enjoyed Chini Kam because of him, actually. And the way he would irritate Paresh Rawal. He fit into that. So for me, honestly, Mr. Bachchan means action. And despite that, these were films that he was not doing action. And I was quite enjoying his performances. Besides, Sandeep mentioned Sarkar. एंड सरकार में वो प्याली में चाय डाल के पीते हैं, हमने कितनी बार देखा है? कितनी बार देखा हमने जिंदगी में लोगों को प्याली में चाय डाल करके पीते हुए, लेकिन बच्चन साहब प्याली में चाय डाल करके पीते हैं, वो एक इमेज दिमाग में रह जाता है। एंड देन इन पिंक, where he played the lawyer, where I thought he again controlled the entire film brilliantly. And then Sujoy's film. अब सुजॉय की फिल्म जो थी, it was, मुझे फिल्म का नाम याद नहीं आ रहा है, बदला।
Oh, बदला, that. Okay.
Where लगभग पूरी फिल्म एक कमरे के अंदर है, बट अब उस फिल्म में आप बच्चन साहब को निकाल दो और फिर वो फिल्म देखो, you will understand the value that Bachchan Saab brings into the film. You will understand what he adds to the film and how he sort of just props up the entire film.
That original film has got the woman playing that character. They changed it.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, but I'm saying that, you know, one of the biggest things that I like about Bachchan Saab is that वो character को किस तरीके से अपना बना लेते हैं, अपने मैनरिज्म्स डाल करके उसमें क्रिएट करके उसमें प्रेजेंट करते हैं, और आपको फिर लगता है कि बच्चन साहब को छोड़ करके कोई और ये काम कर ही नहीं सकता था. Nobody would have been able to do it. So in the recent, of course, there's a whole lot of films that he did in the recent lot, and he really stood out in practically every one of them. But his transitioning from the younger man to the more his age, I thought it may not be simple for the people who have seen him as the angry young man earlier, who has seen him as the original hero in the earlier films, even his Dawn and Shakti and all those kinds of films, then to accept somebody playing who's a little older and still not, he's not the protagonist and there is somebody else a protagonist, but he's still controlling the film. It's not very easy to digest, like what Sandeep said, because उनके दिमाग में, हमारे दिमाग में यही एक हीरो बनता है, इसके अलावा हीरो कोई और बनता ही नहीं है. आज भी बच्चन साहब का नाम लो फिल्म के साथ और फिल्म में वजन आ जाता है. और कौन सा एक्टर है जिसका बच्चन साहब के साथ नाम लेकर के वैसा वजन आता है? So I thought that is what he brought a lot to the recent films also, and he's still doing it. This is what I thought. Anything else anybody wants to add to this?
Ashuji, we won't talk about the film that much, but his looks, Ashuji, his look in Jhoom Barabar Jhoom, Ashuji.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh.
Outstanding. He looked like okay, let me rephrase this. Let me try and coin a terminology for this. He must be the youngest old man I have seen on screen.
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah.
उड़ती उड़ती अखियों के लड़ गए पैचे लड़ गए वे ठीक लगा के झूम 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 बराबर झूम बराबर झूम बराबर झूम बराबर झूम बराबर झूम बराबर.
with Jhoom Barabar Jhoom, he probably, so angry young man, here is a young old man who
Oof.
looked so brilliant on screen and he just carried it so well, however flamboyant it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, can I don't know how I forgot, but coming to the later years, two performances specifically, एक तो काफी recent है, which is Jhund.
हाँ.
Yes.
If you think of it as a purely Nagaraj Manjule film, then it does not stand to his Sairat or Fandry.
Yes.
But then he kind of did what Pa Ranjit in the Tamil space tried to do with Rajinikanth, bringing him in Kala and Kabali into his universe to give it that powerful voice. Something similar what Nagaraj Manjule did. And Jhund में जो वो coach है or who takes these people under his wings, these underprivileged children, these people oppressed section of the society. लेकिन आप उसमें भी उसको देखिए, वो angry old man है.
He's very good, yeah, in that.
His anger is a very different kind. वो कोई बैठने जाए तो वो कुर्सी पे लात नहीं मारेगा, saying जब तक बैठने को कहा ना जाए बैठो मत. But here he is actually with as much intensity fighting a battle to give people their rightful seats in a way.
So that film was actually a combination of fusion of two kinds of rebels. One was the rebel which the youngsters played. They are actually rebels and they find a way out, or they channelize their energy through the game called sport. And this was the other rebel, the older man, who also channelizes his energy in trying to get them into aligning and playing football as a team sport together.
जी. और आशु जी एक जी sorry to interrupt आशु जी.
Not at all. So I said great energies coming together, creating a right force.
Absolutely. और आशु जी एक बहुत ही अलग हटके फिल्म आई थी, उसका पार्ट 1 मुझे बहुत पसंद आया. अगेन लाइक यू आर सेइंग ना, बच्चन साहब को कहीं पे भी डाल दो तो फिल्म देखने का मन करता है. नहीं, वो भूतनाथ पहली वाली मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी, बहुत अच्छी लगी ना.
वो भी सुजॉय की पिक्चर थी.
हाँ जी, उसमें रोना भी आता है, हंसी भी आती है, रुला देते हैं वो हमें.
वेरी गुड.
और उसमें भी गेटअप उनका बहुत अच्छा, जो ये मेकअप आर्टिस्ट और स्टाइलिस्ट ने किया है जी.
यस एब्सोल्युटली. और मैं बताऊं, जिस तरीके का उनका इमेज है, जिस तरीके से उन्होंने लोगों के दिलो दिमाग में घर कर दिया अपना एक इमेज को, उस इमेज के साथ खेलना उनके लिए भी कितना मुश्किल होगा. और जो उन्होंने, मुझे लगता है उसका एक्सट्रीम एंड किया पा में, where he had a completely different feel and look to what you would be known or you would like to see Mr. Bachchan. So I would imagine lots of people may have not liked the film because Mr. Bachchan didn't look like Mr. Bachchan in the film.
Actually, I liked Pa. I know a lot of people said what they said about the film, but I liked his work. I liked his eyes. There were one or two scenes which were very uneven. I liked Vidya Balan in it. I liked Abhishek Bachchan in it. I liked,
oh yes,
I mean, both of them were very, very good. And Bachchan साहब की आंखें, again, Pa में, जब वो देखते हैं, जब वो close-ups में, मतलब आसान तो छोड़ो, ये कौन करता है ऐसे? बहुत कम लोग करते हैं, you know. So hats off to him for wanting to do it, agreeing to do it, and then, you know. तो मुझे as an audience, मुझे पा में रोना आया था और मुझे पा में बहुत हंसी आई थी. दोनों चीजें. Imagine having a terminally ill boy and then you're also able to laugh. That doesn't happen often, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Gaurav, I would like to know from you, what do you think, and I know it may not be a simple question for you to respond, but what do you think is there about Mr. Bachchan that props the film up?
I think it's now, if you talk about how it can prop a film now, is of course the legacy that, you know, it's ingrained in the audiences. You know, Bachchan is, it's like wo hota na, ISO 9000 ISI mark.
Nice. Well done, well put.
So I think ab to wo ho gaya hai ki bhai, you know, I was, as you were saying that, you know, I was remembering there was one news many years back, when Bachchan was called a one-man industry.
Yes,
Mm,
yes. 80s में.
absolutely.
Yeah. But having said that, one thing is to have Bachchan as Bachchan in a film, because of course, एक picture को खड़ा कर सकते हैं Bachchan साहब in a way.
Mm.
But at the same time, I feel, in today's time when storytelling has become so huge, so big, where, the time of actors have come, the stars are no more, kind of, the staple. I
Mm.
think one has to be really, really careful of having Bachchan Saab, not for Bachchan Saab,
Mm.
but some which can go relevant with the time. And, kind of, the need of the hour is not persona of Bachchan, but the story and the acting, which is the need of the audience now. Nobody wants a star now. People want novelty.
They want the
People
character.
want,
Hmm.
yeah, they want a character, and people want new things. People
Correct.
want new. So आज की डेट में बच्चन साहब को रिस्क है लेने का कि आप जस्टिफाई करोगे उसको कि बच्चन के फीवर में ही रह जाओगे.
Mm.
आशु जी, ये जो कह रहे हैं ना गौरव, मैं उस फिल्म के बारे में बात तो नहीं करना चाहती, लेकिन गौरव, उन्होंने ये किया है ना गुलाबो सिताबों में और पा में भी,
या
जहाँ पे वो
या,
बच्चन
हाँ,
साहब है ना. बट मैं पता आशु जी, अगर संदीप और आप माने, एक थोड़ा सा छोटा सा सेगमेंट मुझे याद आ रहे हैं बच्चन साहब के कैमियोज. वो कैमियोज में भी मतलब ऐसे लगता है कि वो वापस आ जाओ. जैसे जलवा में एक कैमियो किया था, वो फोन
हाँ,
है ना, और
हाँ,
फिर
हाँ.
अभी इंग्लिश में इतना अच्छा कैमियो किया था. इनके तो कैमियोज भी ऐसे लगते हैं कि हाय हाय वापस आ जाओ और दोबारा देखना है,
तो नलिनी जी, मैं एक्चुअली कहने वाला था कि जैसे हमने एक्टर डायरेक्टर वगैरह की बात की, कॉम्बो की, अगर हम लोग अपने अपने फेवरेट या बेस्ट बच्चन कैमियोज की भी बात करें, क्योंकि बहुत सारे हैं, तो आई एम श्योर सबका अलग अलग होगा. मतलब
अरे
द
वाह.
रेंज itself is wide.
Oh, you were going to speak about it? Wow, wow.
No, I was
Please,
actually
please.
going to ask all of you to talk about it कि आप लोगों की
प्लीज
कौन
प्लीज आप शुरू करो ना प्लीज.
अच्छा, मैं शुरू करूं.
हाँ, हाँ.
देखिए, मेरी एक दो हैं, मतलब ऐसे तो बहुत है, बट क्योंकि सिर्फ दो ही बोलना चाहूंगा मैं अभी. एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग वाला है उनका, छोटी सी बात में.
हाँ, हाँ,
हम्म.
हाँ.
और वो इंटरेस्टिंग इसीलिए है क्योंकि वो ऐसा कोई कैमियो नहीं है कि मतलब जो बहुत सारे हाई बिल्डअप के साथ आए. एक और फेवरेट, सो जस्ट टू कंपेयर, की गोलमाल में भी है उनका, बहुत ही
हाँ
बढ़िया
जी.
कैमियो है.
हाँ जी.
ठीक है, लेकिन गोलमाल में आप जानते हो कि मतलब ही इज बीइंग इंट्रोड्यूस्ड एज बच्चन ना, क्योंकि वो सेट पे है. फिर वो कौन सी फिल्म, जुर्माना की शायद, वो करते हैं ना कि अगर किसी फीमेल लेडीज को अगर ग्लास देना हो, लेडी को ग्लास ऑफर कर रहे हो, तो ग्लास से शराब ना छलके, और छलके तो कायदे से छलके. एंड दैट पार्ट, एंड देन the group of girls come to him and all of that. So proper एक build up उस type का कैमियो होता है. But छोटी सी बात, I'll rate slightly above this from me because it's very unexpected. एक तो आप अमोल पालेकर के पॉइंट ऑफ मतलब माइंडसेट में उस फिल्म में कि he's already very nervous, he's a low on confidence guy. He has suddenly gone to this guy, क्या नाम था नलिनी जी? आई थिंक जूलियस नगेंद्रनाथ सिंह, ऐसे कुछ नाम
Yes,
था ना.
Julius Nagendra something. Yeah,
हाँ,
yeah.
जूलियस नगेंद्रनाथ विल्फ्रेड सिंह के पास जाते हैं, और he first of all does not have the guts to even open up his requirement की क्या है. And then suddenly you see this guy walk in, और वो जिस स्पीड से आते हैं उसी स्पीड से चले भी जाते हैं suddenly. And the reaction that Amol Palekar's character has inside that film is the reaction that the audience also have in that film.
हाँ.
क्योंकि तब तो लोगों को ये पता ही नहीं होगा ना, ट्रेलर वेलर का जमाना नहीं था. और जब मैंने भी देखी DD1 पे, तो मुझे भी नहीं पता था. ये तो अनएक्सपेक्टेड था कि अचानक से आ गया. तो आई कुड फील दैट द काइंड ऑफ सरप्राइज एंड शॉक इन अमोल पालेकर्स फेस. एंड देन ही सडनली कम्स एंड आके फिर पैर वैर छूते हैं से, अरे हमें तो क्या, कौन सा प्रॉब्लम इनकम टैक्स का. तो एक लार्जर देन लाइफ सिनेमा का जो फ्लैग बेरर थे उस टाइम पे, एंड देयर वाज नोबडी बिगर देन बच्चन एट दैट टाइम. सडनली छोटी सी बात में ही इज ब्रॉट इनटू दिस मिडल ऑफ द रोड सिनेमा एंड देन ह्यूमनाइज्ड इन दैट in that what 1.5 minutes का भी scene नहीं होगा, वो बहुत ही छोटा है. Suddenly says क्या problem income tax का, then he says something and then he immediately leaves. So that is my most memorable cameo of Bachchan, followed by Golmaal.
Sandeep, since you spoke about Golmaal, Golmaal ही थी ना जहाँ पे Hrishikesh Mukherjee had the gumption to make him a failed star. वो बैठे बेचारे मक्खी मार रहे हैं और यहाँ अमोल पालेकर स्टार बन गए, उनको दिखाते हैं ना.
हाँ, वो उस पे आता है ना कि सपने में देखा एक सपना, वो जो अमिताभ अपना पिक्चर से आउट हुआ, सबको डाउट हुआ, like and suddenly it changes. सही था.
Yeah.
The kind of egos that you see associated with a lot of people, right? एक स्टार वो सीन भी नहीं करेगा आजकल, unless
आज की डेट में नहीं
they
करेगा.
take themselves lightly.
बिल्कुल आज की
मैं
डेट
बताऊं,
में नहीं करेगा. जी.
इसी बात के ऊपर मैं थोड़ा सा बात करना चाहता हूँ कि इमेज को लेकर के इतना बड़ा हंगामा होता है, और लाइक यू सेड संदीप की स्टार किस तरीके से इस चीज को लेगा. खाकी में देयर इज अ सीन जहां पे एक हवलदार जो है वो बच्चन साहब को थप्पड़ मारता है.
थप्पड़ मारता है.
वो चीज लोगों के मतलब पल्ले नहीं पड़ा कि एक आम आदमी बच्चन साहब को थप्पड़ कैसे मार सकता है, और वो चीज दिमाग में जाके घर कर गई क्योंकि उनको अजय देवगन के कैरेक्टर को उठाना था. दैट इज द ग्रेटनेस ऑफ राजकुमार संतोषी आल्सो इन हिज थॉट, इन द वे ही पोर्ट्रेड इट. बट लाइक जस्ट
Sridhar Raghavan's writing.
हाँ, एब्सोल्युटली. सो आई एम सेइंग, यू नो, दैट ये जो अपने एक मोल्ड को तोड़ना और उसको चैलेंज करना, वो अपने आप में एक इतना बड़ा रिस्क होता है ना जिसका कोई हिसाब नहीं. इट्स क्वाइट रिस्की एन अफेयर.
बट आशु जी, खाकी में पहली फिल्म थी जिसमें मैंने बच्चन साहब की नाक बहती हुई देखी और वो उसको पोंछ के अपने यूनिफॉर्म पे पोंछ देते हैं. ये तो सिर्फ कमल हासन करते थे साउथ में. कमल हासन
This is how,
yeah,
this is how they make the character real, no?
yeah. And you never seen them. You always see them also well turned out. Have you seen anybody, any of these actors, Dharmender, किसी को भी older roles में भी किसी ने अपनी नाक में से पानी बहते हुए पोंछ के अपने यूनिफॉर्म पे पोंछा, जैसे हम लोग करते हैं ना, लोग करते हैं. पुलिस वाला टेंशन में है तो वो सही में वो सीन मुझे भूलता नहीं है जब वो अपने सुपीरियर से बात भी करता है, you know, करते हैं. तो
हीरोज तो नहीं करते, कैरेक्टर एक्टर्स ने किया है, नाक पहुंचना, साफ करना, वो सब है, बट हीरोज नहीं करते.
जी.
वही इमेज वाली बात आ जाती ना.
जी.
एंड दिस इज वेयर जो गौरव ने कहा था कि टुडे पीपल आर मोर हैप्पियर सीइंग कैरेक्टर्स देन स्टार्स. तो वो स्टार के मोल्ड को तोड़ के कैरेक्टर को जिंदा रखना करना, वो बहुत क्रिटिकल है आज के टाइम पे. दैट इज द बिगेस्ट एवोल्यूशन इन सिनेमा
जी
in today's times. You know, Bachchan Saab gravitated into two different kind of mediums. I would like to know your take when he moved into television and when he moved full-fledged into advertising as a model. What is your take on that? We'll start with Gaurav on this.
Well, I think honestly, his TV, of course, was limited to only KBC. And advertising also, I feel they were all things which, became like very small little, offshoots of, the Bachchan of the cinema. Because one thing with Bachchan Saab is, even when you go back to his 70s film, the acting still is relevant. His performance is still relevant. If you go back to 50s, you can't watch a Devanand Saab film. If you show it to today's generation, they can't watch a Devanand Saab film. If you show a Raj Kapoor's film, today's generation can't watch. They'll say, what is this? But if you show them a Bachchan Saab's film, even today his acting is relevant. So that was the level of his performance. With Bachchan Saab, I think TV and advertising, all these, they look like, okay, small pieces of, larger than life.
But what did you think about KBC? I mean, what did you think when they announced and when you got to know that Bachchan Saab is going to make his debut on KBC? And did you watch it and what did you feel when you watch it? More than the advertising?
Yeah, honestly speaking, when I think of it, I've probably only seen 2 or 3 films of Bachchan Saab on the big screen all my life.
Is that so?
Yeah. because I was born in the 80. I was born in the 80. So 90s, all of that. So reruns maybe sometimes, but I've not been fortunate to go and watch the reruns. I remember seeing Shahenshah very peculiarly as one of the cinema films. So it didn't really affect me in a way that okay, I have to in a way accept okay, he's coming on TV now and stuff like that. I just felt that maybe the Bachchan of the 70s is eternal, 80s and 70s. Whatever you
True.
do, you can't take that away, even in 2023. That image of Bachchan, I think, will live till the time, the mankind is alive.
Yeah.
Sandeep, what is your take?
So, Ashuji, regarding the ads and TV shows, the KBC bit, I don't have too many complimentary things to say, so I would rather not say much. But I would say this, the first season of KBC, when it was announced, and everybody remembers now bach gaye kya. That was fascinating for the first season at least. है ना, वो तो था that and as kids it was damn fun to because it combines quiz and Bachchan, right? Both the things that I have an interest in. So बहुत मजा आया था till the novelty factor was there and people literally used to, like, after Ramayana, I think that was the time when even though cable TV had given multiple options, लोग घर चले जाते थे. मुझे याद है मंदिर के पुजारी चले जाते थे बंद करके. So it was fascinating for the first season till he came back. Also the reason was कि जो मृत्युदाता के बाद की phase थी, so we didn't get that fix from those films. So this seemed pretty damn good. But yeah, I would leave it at that. बस वो पहला season हो गया.
Now that Sandeep Bhai was mentioning is peculiarly of KBCs कि बच्चन साहब ने कंप्यूटर को भी इतना रिस्पेक्ट दिया है कि
कंप्यूटर जी, ये मेरी
हाँ.
लाइफ में, मतलब मैं एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियर हूँ, लेकिन मेरे
अरे
लाइफ
वाह.
में मैंने कभी कंप्यूटर जी नहीं कहा,
हाँ.
कंप्यूटर ही कहा है.
हाँ.
तो आई थिंक ये जो मिडास टच था ना बच्चन साहब का कि
पता है मेरा एक्सपीरियंस केबीसी का, मैं बैंगलोर में थी जब ये अनाउंस हुआ. और मैं आपको बता दूं, अभी संदीप ने तो बोल ही दिया, लेकिन मैं ये बता दूं कि सड़कों पे सन्नाटा हुआ करता था और हर नेबरिंग घर, हर जगह से, इफ यू वर कमिंग बैक होम एट दैट टाइम, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू वुड फाइंड लेस ट्रैफिक. Then from every house, from the windows, you could hear that KBC wali signature tune. So very rightly, this used to happen during Mahabharat on Sunday mornings and Ramayana. And the days that KBC used to come, people know, okay, fine, if people are not interested in it, then they're going to get clean traffic and it's going to be nice outside. But what I wanted to say was, I watched, I think, the first 2 seasons of it, and then the novelty obviously wore off for me. And then I haven't seen it for years together. But let me tell you that people are still watching it. I'm sure you know that people are still watching it. But film stars, उनके घर में जाओ तो वो KBC लगी हुई है वहाँ पे और वो देख रहे हैं. But like Gaurav said, one of the things was only somebody like him could carry it off. Yeah. I mean, the pizzazz, the confidence, and the way he looks at the contestants, he's just, I think he did a brilliant job. He does a brilliant job.
Yeah, you're so right, Ratnam. Actually, seeing the contestants in KBC is like, is like there's another parallel film going on,
Yeah.
of these people who've come and they open their hearts in front of Bachchan.
Yeah.
They touch his feet. They talk about the stories. I think it's a 20-year Thanksgiving ceremony going on with Bachchan. Everybody's, expressing their gratitude, love, towards Bachchan. It's a beautiful thing to see the contestants here.
Yeah, and the way he screams and shouts, of course, always classy, when somebody wins the jackpot.
Yes. Yes.
And also hint भी देते हैं आप पक्का he's, he's always, you know, his slide से वो थोड़ा सा एक देते हैं hint की गलत
हाँ.
बोल रहा है भाई तू दूसरा फिर से आप आपके पास अभी एक लाइफलाइन है आप ट्राई कर सकते हैं you know all that he does.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
पर मैं टेलीविजन के बारे में कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ इन द सेंस, यू नो, ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज वन सीरीज ही डिड व्हिच नोबडी नोज अबाउट एंड doesn't
Youth,
remember.
I've seen it. Youth. I've seen
Ah.
it. Yeah.
So not too many people speak about it, not too many people know about it, and anyway, but from the point of view of Kaun Banega Crorepati, you know, Amitabh Bachchan can be an intimidating person to be in front of. When I say intimidating in the sense that there is so much reverence for him in the common man, that when you come in his presence, you could suddenly get lost. Today, if he's sitting amongst us and he's talking to us, we could get lost for a second or two. But Mr. Bachchan comes to Kaun Banega Crorepati, sits in front of common men, makes them comfortable, opens them up, and then gets their story out, which I think is a phenomenal task to do. He sort of reinvented hosting a show on his own terms, the way he did it, the way he would come in and speak about the show. If you play Kaun Banega Crorepati music only, you will still hear Mr. Bachchan's voice in your ears. That's how
Absolutely.
synonymous it is. And that is what he did. He actually elevated the, well, I wouldn't say, it's not right to say, but he sort of brought his aura even on television. And that is what is Mr. Bachchan's, you know, sort of what he has given to television. He's also, so apart from the legacy that he has created in feature films, there is a legacy that he has in television also. And in advertising, I mean, there were too many other people who did advertising. There were celebrities who were doing advertising earlier. But when Mr. Bachchan came and he did all kinds of advertising, and you realize what acting is in a 30-second, he brought that. I mean, you saw models and you saw actors and you saw them sell cakes and you saw them sell soaps and you saw them sell oil and all kinds of things. But he would come and perform in a 30-second and you would say, oh God, his pauses of dialogues and deliveries and speaking those lines, even in the 30-seconder, he never seemed rushed. Even in the 30-seconder, it never felt like he's falling short of time and he needs to give up so much information. He gives that information in that right space at the right time. And that is what he brought even into advertising.
I can never forget his Navratan Tel wali advert.
So he looks completely different over there.
एक पप्पू पास हो गया
Pappu pass ho gaya. Correct. There are so many of them he's done in terms of advertising. In fact, I think at some point of time, people probably felt that he overdid it because he was every third commercial, I would say, was Mr. Bachchan on air. But I think he's practically advertised for every brand now. Is that right?
Yeah, quite possibly.
I haven't watched his advertisements in the last so many years because I don't watch television that much. I'm more of a streaming person. But yeah, he has advertised for jewelry, for shoes, for oil, for what else, Sandeep? Gaurav?
दो बूंद जिंदगी की.
हाँ वो तो पोलियो की है. पोलियो की yeah, public awareness things.
और तो उन्होंने गुजरात के लिए भी किया है, मध्य प्रदेश के लिए भी किया है.
जी.
तो his
गुजरात वाला तो क्या था आशु भाई?
Superb.
हाँ.
कुछ दिन तो बिताइए, कुछ तो था ऐसा कुछ हो.
It was very
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But मैं एक चीज नोटिस कर रहा हूँ कि हम जब इस तरीके की बात कर रहे हैं तो संदीप कितनी आराम से शांत होकर के बैठ गया कि मैं कुछ बोलना नहीं चाहता हूँ, आप लोग बोलो जो बोलना है, ये मेरे बस की बात नहीं.
Completely out of syllabus, Asuji.
But since we are talking about Mr. Bachchan, I thought it is important to speak about wherever
Yes.
he's left his footprints.
Definitely.
So I'll tell you what, let's end this podcast now, unless you have something else to say. Is there anything
Ashuji,
else that
yes, before we end, I just wanted to ask y'all if y'all have ever heard of this happening in any other part of the world, that when a star, an actor gets injured, practically at that time we thought he was on his deathbed, and the whole nation, Indian diaspora overseas, everybody, all of us were praying for him. Do you all
Mhm.
remember that? You all must have been very, very young, no? You probably won't.
I
Some-
wasn't born.
Oh, you were not born. Okay. And Gaurav,
I've heard of it, and of course, understandably, yeah. But you're right, nowhere else in the world probably.
yeah, I've been looking for examples. I don't find any. And I was in Bombay. I was, of course, when I went back to Bangalore, I went to Philomena Hospital. After he got injured, the first hospital they took him to was Philomena's. And then, of course, they brought him to Bombay and he was in Breach Candy Hospital. आशु जी, आपको तो याद होगा, आप तो बॉम्बे के ही रहने वाले हो. वहां उस सड़क से और उसके आसपास कोई जा ही नहीं सकता था. मतलब भीड़ जो लगी रहती थी वहां पे. मुझे उस दौर की याद आती है ना, तो मेरे रोंगटे खड़े हो जाते हैं. और बच्चन साहब की अगर आपने फोटोज देखी या कोई भी वीडियोस देखा उस वक्त का, when he actually made it and he came out, he was unrecognizable. It was just a piece of stick and his, oh God. But what a blessed man. What a blessed man to have. Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, Christian, everybody was praying for this man. That is something, that is a phenomenal thing. Phenomenal.
undoubtedly. I have seen that. I have seen how people had gone to Siddhivinayak and prayed for him. There were people who walked miles and miles only so that
Yes.
he becomes okay.
Yes.
And he then paid with his gratitude. He used to come out and, so I mean, he's the only star I know initially who had a time set that he would come out at 5 o'clock in the evening
Mm.
on a weekend and
Mm.
wave out to his fans, and his fans would stand out of the bungalow, and that's it. He would go back. जिसको बोलते कि बच्चन साहब जो है वो आके दर्शन देके चले गए.
Mm.
So बॉम्बे फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में जो अभी दूसरे एक्टर्स भी कर रहे हैं कभी कभी, बट बच्चन साहब ने वो रेगुलरली किया.
जी.
हाँ.
आज तक कौन हर संडे को उनके घर के सामने, कौन से दूसरे स्टार या एक्टर के घर के सामने हर संडे को लोग वेट करते हैं कि वो आए और he'll wave to us. आज तक. मतलब शाहरुख खान के मन्नत में तो जाते हैं जब शाहरुख खान का बर्थडे होता है ना, और people go and they go on Eid. But इस शख्सियत के घर के सामने हर संडे, if you're driving or if you're in a car and you want to come home, you know that's the road to avoid because it's full of people.
So his house used to be, and maybe is now even, and I'm talking for the longest time ever, a landmark in this city. So if you
Oh, yeah.
travel to Bombay or Mumbai and you didn't go to Bachchan Saab's bungalow and didn't take a picture there with yourself in the front, then you didn't travel to Mumbai.
So Sandeep did that.
So I did travel to.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm saying for the longest time ever, people did that.
Yeah.
So just quickly, before I come to my final thing, I just want to know if anybody wants to speak about Shakti.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely Shakti is a film that must be spoken about because I'm sure even when Bachchan looks at his filmography, he would look at that film fondly, considering his idol Dilip Saab was in it, and he got a chance to, have that confrontational scenes, because that's the best way to pitch two actors against each other, right? It was like the aging superstar and the current superstar coming together. और आशीष जो मैंने यश चोपड़ा, सलीम जावेद और बच्चन कॉम्बो के लिए बोला था, वो एक्चुअली रमेश सिप्पी पे भी मतलब सही बैठती है.
लागू होता है.
शोले, शान और शक्ति बना ली ना, हो गया, मतलब रिटायरमेंट ले लो.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
एंड सो एक्चुअली शक्ति का रिलेवेंस मुझे बहुत बाद में रियलाइज हुआ, एज इन बाय द टाइम आई वाज प्रोबब्ली 13-14 और समथिंग. लेकिन बचपन में जब वो देखी थी तो इट वाज बस, इट फॉर मी इट वाज अ बच्चन फिल्म व्हेन आई सॉ इट इनिशियली. एंड people tell me कि मैं स्कूल से घर वापस जब जाता था तो I would walk in the style he does. उसका जो transition scene से पहले वाला जो walk होता था. So my
हाँ.
uncle actually identified me one day because he used to come to pick me and I left without informing anybody in school. I was coming back home and he saw me from far and he said, "How did you find me?" I said, "वो शक्ति का अमिताभ की जूनियर अमिताभ की तरह चल के आ रहा था करके."
So you were you kicking a little tin?
I
were
mean,
you
I was kicking whatever I could find. So
हाँ.
it's a very important film also, and full marks to the writers also कि मतलब सलीम जावेद although अपने आप को बहुत ही लेवल पे एस्टैब्लिश कर चुके थे, but to give both these people that kind of a equal footing and place them opposite each other, वो स्क्रीन पे लिखना बहुत मुश्किल है क्योंकि जो ओरिजिनल है शक्ति का which is शिवाजी गणेशन तंगपदकम, उसमें the guy playing the son is not a superstar. It is a Shivaji Ganeshan film from start to end. But यहाँ पे उस screenplay को adapt करके and to have again and not just Dilip Saab and Bachchan, right? Even अगर आप देखें राखी स्मिता पाटिल का बहुत important और although
Absolutely.
screen time कम है, बहुत powerful characters हैं. And if you see at a
Absolutely.
point of time, they are in a live-in relationship. And we are talking about 81.
You're talking about,
81,
yeah.
82, I guess. Right? हालांकि सलीम जावेद
Yeah.
वो दीवार में भी दिखा चुके थे, but here it was a little more prominent and just that fight between two opposing ideologies. और आशु जी एक dialogue जो बहुत साल बाद, and it's very poetic how that happens, that I forgot the film. I think it is कभी खुशी कभी गम. उसमें ही शायद ओपनिंग में कहीं बच्चन का एक डायलॉग है जिसमें वो कहते हैं कि जो पहले शायद जय बहादुरी कहती हैं कि माँ कहती रह जाती है कि चाहे बेटा सुने ना सुने, और उससे पहले रादर बच्चन सेज की ऐसा क्यों होता है कि बाप कभी कह नहीं पाता अपने बच्चों से कि वो उनको कितना प्यार करता है.
प्यार करता है. हाँ.
If you see, go back like 30 years from then or 20 years from then, the Dilip Saab character is stuck in a similar situation.
Yes.
He doesn't love, but he
Absolutely.
can't express, like most dads can't express to their sons. तो बहुत ही उम्दा फिल्म है, और बहुत अच्छी राइटिंग है, and a very good chance for somebody like a Bachchan to prove his mettle and against like a huge actor star like Dilip Saab. So
Gaurav?
Yeah, I think see, Dilip Saab he was known as the tragedy king.
True.
And I think Shakti is where, Bachchan in front of tragedy king. There's some other level of, because Bachchan Saab, all his films, he was the guy who died in the end, in most of his films. He always got the sympathy of the audience. He was never the hero who survived. He was mostly the hero who died. So I think Shakti predominantly, that way I would say, from Dilip Saab to Bachchan Saab, I mean, it's some other level, and a father-son. I think the film has got everything alpha about it, but at the same time, it's so sensitive.
Nalini ji?
Yes, Shakti, I saw it when it released. I remember I saw it in Pune. And for me, Shakti will always remain Dilip Saab's film. No matter how big a fan I am of Bachchan Saab, but that film belongs to him. And since we were talking about, since Gaurav said that today's generation, if you show them Bachchan Saab's 70s cinema, they will still be able to watch it because his acting is relevant even today. For me, Dilip Saab was the most contemporary actor. Most contemporary. And I'm not talking about his films like Bairag or whatever. I am talking about right from black and white era to films which came, even Dil Diya Dard Diya, films which did not work, where he was this soft-spoken. There was no melodrama. When there had to be melodrama, there was. But he was the most contemporary actor. So if you show some of Dilip Saab's films to today's generation, he speaks like how naturally we speak, right? We are having a conversation. We are not borrowing dialogue. जब dialogue मारते हैं तो मारते हैं, लेकिन दिलीप साहब की कोई भी फिल्म आप देखिए, और शक्ति is such a fantastic example of that. जब स्मिता पाटिल आती है उनके दरवाजे पे और वो बहुत uncomfortable feel कर रही है because you know she knows the son has been thrown out, but she says that मुझे अपने सास ससुर से मिलना है, and she's standing there and there's this scene. It's very uncomfortable, Ashu ji. She's very uncomfortable and he's asking her किससे मिलना है भाई, ये वो and all. And then finally she comes out with it as to who she is. And what does Dilip Saab say? He says, तो इतनी देर से क्या आय बाय शाय कर रही हो, अंदर आओ ना. आय बाय शाय, मतलब वो फिल्म बच्चन साहब उसने अच्छा काम किया था, पर मेरे लिए वो शक्ति फिल्म हमेशा दिलीप साहब की फिल्म थी. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. And you're right about the scripts, the strong women, Smita Patil's role and Rakhi. And Gaurav has put it so well that it's such a sensitive film, even though it's a cop drama and everything, but it's so sensitive. But मेरे लिए वो Dilip Saab has a huge edge over Bachchan Saab in Shakti. And I think a lot of people, and Bachchan Saab himself knows this, and a lot of people at that time did say it as well.
Yeah, I remember as we were talking, I remember, you know, the film ends with that sad version of that song.
ऐ आसमां बता क्या तुझको है खबर, ये मेरे चांद को किस की लगी नजर, मुझसे कहाँ न जाने कोई भूल हो गई.
Oh man, it's
Oof.
so classic.
And you know, Bachchan Saab has said in some interview, not a video interview, but a written interview, he said that Dilip Saab was he's such a good co-actor to have, because before his death scene, railway tracks पे होता है ना, कहाँ पे होता है? Railway tracks या road, पता नहीं, railway
I
tracks.
think near the airport.
Near the airport, ठीक है? So everybody's running. So all these ADs and all, they were setting up the shot. There was a lot of noise. Amitabh Bachchan was sitting there and he had his script and he was learning his lines and everything. और बहुत शोर हो रहा था. Dilip Saab ticked off all those people and said कि actor rehearse कर रहे हैं, have some respect, and he made them keep quiet. And then he did a rehearsal with Bachchan Saab.
Yeah, he said it recently, like when I mean say recently, around 4-5 years back in one of these Rajiv Masan's actors roundtable.
I haven't seen him in a round
Yeah,
table.
he shouted at everybody and he said, "Actor की इज्जत नहीं है तुमको, चुप बैठो."
हाँ.
So I'm going to probably make one of the most controversial statements, and but at the risk of being called out, I would like to say, and whether you agree or not, but I would, sort of say that I think, a father is the most underrated parent. So where we've got films and films speaking about a mother and a mother's love and the reverence for the mother and what you should do for the mother and whatever, I think, Ramesh Sippy addressed the father's love in Shakti in a way which was unique in its own. And the dichotomy that this man has, that he's caught between being a disciplinarian and being a father. He's caught between trying to, sort of make his son a good son, which is again a father's job. And at the same time, saying that I love you. It's sometimes not simple for the father to say, I love you, as it is simpler for a mother to do it. And most of the times, the children tend to go towards the mother and open their heart out, and they don't do that as openly with the father for whatever reason. There is no way that the father loves any lesser than the mother does. The way he expresses it is different as opposed to what a mother does. And I think that emotion has been caught so brilliantly in Shakti.
Yes.
At the same time, we're so used to seeing Mr. Bachchan as the angry young man. He was an angry man in that film also. And yet he was so restrained.
Restrained, yes.
Yes. And through the restraint, you can see that energy bubbling out of him. So in a way, yes, it was a casting coup because you could see Mr. Bachchan and Dilip Saab together in the same frame. And both of them have different ways of speaking. One is loud in the sense of, if he's angry, you can project his anger in a way. And Dilip Saab can be that much more softer. And you have two different kinds of performances coming on the screen, and you can feel it. And I thought it is one of the most restrained performances that Mr. Bachchan has probably given in his career. And that is why I wanted to speak about Shakti separately, because I thought, what a way for the son to realize that my father really loves me or not. And what a way for the father to actually express that you don't understand that I love you, but I don't want you to do these two things. How can you get this to? It's a very complex situation, very complex relationship that has been tackled into, and you could have fallen on your face, but I thought it was done brilliantly way back in time, and every single one. So, Smita ji is a great performer. Dilip Kumar is a great performer. So you see great actors coming to the fore and delivering their lines, and not yet trying to go beyond the brief. So I thought Shakti is a landmark film or a cult film, if one has to say so, and you can still see it and enjoy the film.
देखो विजय, तुमको अगर मुझसे कोई गिला है या कोई शिकायत है, वो गलत है या सही है, अपनी जगह है। लेकिन यहाँ इस जगह तुम्हें भूल जाना चाहिए कि तुम मेरे बेटे हो।
आप ठीक कह रहे हैं, मुझे भूल जाना चाहिए।
Ashuji, I guess one of the reasons why that complex relationship was never really tackled was because they never showed, and it is understood that the father doesn't know that the son overheard that. He overheard, right?
Yeah.
So the father never, and like you're rightly saying, a father finds it so difficult to express his love and emotion towards especially the male child. This is a given. I mean, this is a societal, I don't know if you want to call it a problem, but it is the truth. But the father also never makes any effort, even through the mother, to find out what has happened, kyun itna ye, whatever. He doesn't, he's busy with his job and he's dedicated to his profession or whatever. And the child never speaks out. He just holds it all in. So the restraint comes from that, holding it in, that hurt,
Yes.
Yes. So very, very complex and very well done. And you were talking about father and son love, Ashuji, I spoke about this film earlier, but I'm saying agar aapko dekhna hai na, Bachchan साहब और उनके बेटे के बीच में प्यार ना, तो आप प्लीज दो अनजाने देखिए, अगर आपने नहीं देखी है।
मैंने देखी है।
तो अब दोबारा देखिए कि वो मिठुन से कितना प्यार करते हैं, अपने 4 साल का बच्चा, वो फिर जाके 10 साल का हो जाता है या 12 साल का हो जाता है, और वो देखिए वो प्यार, वो और बच्चन साहब की परफॉर्मेंस उस बच्चे के साथ, उफ, बहुत ही प्यारे, बहुत रियल. It's all, I'm telling you, it feels like a Hrishikesh Mukherjee film to me when I look at Bachchan Saab's performance in Do Anjane. It feels like that. You forget that it's not directed by him, Anyway, yeah, so.
So, हम खत्म करें, उसके पहले एक छोटी सी चीज करते हैं. Let's do the A to Z of Mr. Bachchan.
Film titles.
Yeah, from A to Z. If you remember the titles, let's understand if he's really crossed A to Z of films. ऑफ
Z
मिस्टर
is
बच्चन।
cross. Zamir, he acted in Zamir.
जमीर था, जंजीर था,
हाँ संजीव, yeah,
बट ए से शुरू करते हैं, ए से लेके आगे चलते देखते क्या
ठीक है,
है ना। ए से तो
ठीक है।
खैर सबको पता है, अमर अकबर एंथनी है।
आरक्षण है।
संदीप शुरू हो जाओ।
हाँ।
बहुत है, हाँ हाँ हाँ, आरक्षण है, अमर अकबर एंथनी है। संदीप शुरू हो जाओ। बी से
बंदे हाथ
बंदे हाथ।
वाह, ओपी ललन साहब की फिल्म,
और
नाइस।
बेमिसाल, बहुत ही अच्छी फिल्म।
बेमिसाल,
हाँ।
ऋषिकेश मुखर्जी की बेमिसाल। हाँ,
गौरव सी।
चुपके चुपके।
चुपके चुपके,
आहा, हाँ,
चेहरे।
चेहरे। डी से दोस्ताना।
डॉन,
डॉन,
दीवार।
दीवार,
दीवार।
करेक्ट।
देश
हाँ।
प्रेमी, देश प्रेमी।
देश प्रेमी, हाँ।
हाँ,
दो अनजाने।
ईस
दो
दो
अनजाने।
यस।
अरे वाह।
नलिन जी बोलती गई दो अनजाने दो अनजाने, और जब टाइम आया तब नाम ही नहीं लिया। ठीक है, आगे बढ़े।
ई से
ई से
मैं बोलूं, ई से मैं बोलूं।
हाँ,
एकलव्य।
ओ यस, विद्यु विनोद
हम्म।
चोपड़ा की फिल्म,
जी,
एक अजनबी,
हाँ,
वन
एक
ऑफ द फिल्म्स आई
अजनबी।
लाइक द
हाँ,
करेक्ट।
एक अजनबी में भी उनका लुक मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा था।
बहुत अच्छा लुक था वो।
हाँ, एक अजनबी।
हाँ, और कोई याद आ रहा है इसे?
आई थिंक एक नजर, आई थिंक देयर वाज अ मूवी एक
हाँ,
नजर।
एक नजर।
हाँ
हाँ,
हाँ,
एक नजर,
बाबूदा की फिल्म थी, बिहार इशारा की, आई थिंक।
Yes.
करेक्ट, एक नजर।
एक नजर।
प्यार को चाहिए क्या एक
एक
नजर, एक नजर।
उसमें वो पत्ता
Correct.
पत्ता बूटा गाना मुझे बहुत अच्छा
पत्ता
लगा।
पुता बटा, हाँ, पत्ता पत्ता बूटा बटा भी था उसमें।
हम्म,
एक नजर, करेक्ट।
हम्म।
आ जाए एफ पे।
फरार,
फरार, शर्मिला टैगोर के साथ और संजीव कुमार के साथ। हाँ,
करेक्ट।
और फैमिली,
फैमिली टाइज ऑफ ब्लड।
ओ यस,
सुदेश
Yes.
भोसले dubbed for him for half of the
केशु,
film or something like that.
केशु राम से की पिक्चर, करेक्ट
केशु राम से।
करेक्ट। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं जी।
गिरफ्तार,
गिरफ्तार,
only film to have
हाँ,
Kamal Hassan, Rajnikant and Bachchan.
बच्चन।
कमाल है ना, ग्रेट न्यूज, यस यस
थिंक गुलाबों से ताबो वन ऑफ द
गुलाबों से ताबो।
यस,
ग्रेट गैम्बलर।
ग्रेट गैम्बलर।
नहीं, वो टी से।
I know you were going to say that.
ये टेक्निकल होने की जरूरत
I
नहीं
knew
है
he was
संदीप।
going to say, oh, the great
नहीं, क्योंकि मैं
gambler.
फिर बोल देता ग्रेट गैम्बलर।
गंगा की सौगंध।
यस,
एक गंगा जमुना सरस्वती भी थी।
गंगा
Yes,
जमुना
yes.
सरस्वती।
That beats गंगा की सौगंध by the way.
Yeah, that beats. Oof. और ए से पता है आशु जी, हम एक पिक्चर बहुत अच्छी भूल गए, अदालत।
ओ
Oh,
यस,
yeah, fine, fine.
कमाल पिक्चर थी,
हाँ।
एब्सोल्युटली ग्रेट फिल्म।
हम्म।
हाँ, कहाँ जी पहुंच गए, एच पे आ जाएं।
हम
हेरा फेरी।
हेरा फेरी।
हेरा फेरी, करेक्ट। और कुछ याद आ रहा है? कमाल है ना, हमारी फिल्मों की जो फिल्मोग्राफी है वो ज्यादातर पुरानी फिल्म है, नई फिल्मों का कुछ भी नाम
बिल्कुल
बहुत ज्यादा
भी,
जिक्र
हाँ।
नहीं हो रहा है।
नहीं हो रहा है। और बी से हम लोग बॉम्बे टू गोवा हमने नहीं बोला।
ओ यस, बॉम्बे टू गोवा। आई से
ईमान धर्म,
ईमान धर्म,
इनकलाब।
इंद्रजीत।
इंद्रजीत, करेक्ट।
आई एम नॉट श्योर वाज देयर अ फिल्म कॉल्ड इंसानियत or something? No.
Yes, there was with him.
देयर
in it.
वाज, देयर
And
वाज।
आशु जी, sorry to say कि हम सबको चुल्लू भर पानी में डूबना चाहिए। पूछे क्यों?
नहीं, मैं पहले डूब जाता हूं, आप बोलो अब
नहीं,
क्यों।
आशु जी, क्योंकि आपने ए बोला और हम में से किसी ने आनंद नहीं बोला।
आनंद नहीं बोला, करेक्ट।
मैंने भी नहीं बोला।
Probably because not a Bachchan film.
नो यार, I thought it was
और
equally.
नहीं तो अभी मैं एक करेक्शन और करता हूँ ना, जी से गुड्डी भी डालना चाहिए।
नहीं, गुड्डी में तो वो कैमियो था, छोटा सा एक सीन था।
हाँ, तो हमने कैमियो की भी तो बात की।
हाँ की तो, लेकिन उनकी फिल्म नहीं थी।
नहीं थी, लेकिन अमिताभ बच्चन है फिल्म में।
हाँ, और
ठीक
आई
है।
से हमने ईमान धर्म और इनकलाब और इंसानियत बोली।
इंसानियत, हाँ। अब आ जाते जे पे।
मैं जादूगर मेरा नाम।
जादू-
अरे हाँ, जादूगर, करेक्ट। किसकी पिक्चर थी जादूगर? मनमोहन देसाई की थी कि
प्रकाश
प्रकाश मेहरा की थी?
मेहरा की।
हाँ,
तूफान
जादूगर,
मनमोहन देसाई की थी।
मनमोहन देसाई की तूफान थी। दोनों की कहानी लगभग सेम थी ना।
हाँ, और जे से झूम बराबर झूम।
हाँ, झूम बराबर झूम। अब आ जाए के पे। के पे तो
ये पे
आपको
कालिया,
कालिया,
करण जौहर की पिक्चर भी, कभी खुशी कभी गम, कालिया,
कालिया,
और क्या है?
खुद्दार, खुद्दार,
खुदार, यस,
कसमें वादे,
कस्मे वादे,
काला पत्थर।
काला पत्थर,
काला
करेक्ट,
पत्थर,
काला पत्थर,
काला
यार
पत्थर।
हाँ। और क्या है? करण जौहर की एक और पिक्चर है ना, अमित जी ने 2 फिल्में तो की है शायद करण जौहर के साथ।
वो था ना वो जो द डिवोर्स वाली फिल्म।
हाँ, कैंक, कभी अलविदा ना कहना।
कभी अलविदा।
हाँ, उसमें भी थे।
खाकी, आई थिंक वी सेड ना, खाकी।
खाकी भी
खाकी,
didn't say, we didn't
अरे
say।
यार,
अरे यार,
खाकी,
खाकी।
करेक्ट। अब आ जाएं एल पे,
एल पे लावारिस,
लावारिस, लावारिस, हाँ
लाल बादशाह।
हाँ हाँ, नलिनी जी, यू गेट द ऑस्कर। लाल बादशाह, करेक्ट। और याद आ रहा है कोई लाल एल से?
एल से
लगता है करनी पड़ेंगी बच्चन साहब को 1-2 एल से पिक्चरें। कम
याद
है।
नहीं आ रहा, याद नहीं आ रहा।
चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं, एम पे आते हैं, मर्द,
और महान, महान,
महान, करेक्ट,
मिस्टर नटवरलाल,
ओ
मिस्टर नटवाला। ए में तो अंधा कानून भी था,
हाँ
आखिरी
जी,
रास्ता भी था।
आखिरी रास्ता भी थी। और
आखिरी रास्ता भी था, हाँ,
मुकद्दर का सिकंदर।
मुकद्दर का
मुकद्दर का सिकंदर, यस,
मुकद्दर का सिकंदर, मोहब्बतें,
मोहब्बतें,
मैं आजाद हूँ,
मैं आजाद
Oh,
हूँ।
yes.
क्या picture थी,
Wow.
वाओ। मेजर साहब, मेजर साहब,
मेजर साहब,
मेजर
क्या
साहब, यार।
बात है।
हाँ।
इस पैनल को तो नाम, मतलब यू शुड डॉफ द हैट टू दिस पैनल, वेरी गुड यार, आगे बढ़िए।
थिंकिंग, यू नो, रियली मेकिंग अस थिंक हार्ड।
मृत्यु दाता।
मृत्युदाता,
मृत्युदाता, यस,
हाँ।
हाँ। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं एन पे,
नास्तिक,
नसीब,
नास्तिक,
नास्तिक,
नास्तिक, नसीब।
हाँ,
एन से नमक हलाल,
नमक
नमक
हलाल,
हाँ।
नमक हराम भी है,
नमक
करेक्ट,
हराम, यस।
करेक्ट। चलिए आ जाए ओ पे,
ओ पे, ओ पे, ओ से तो कोई फिल्म ही नहीं की है बच्चन साहब, आपने ओ से कोई फिल्म नहीं की है बच्चन
अरे
साहब।
ऊंचाइयां,
ऊंचाई।
ऊंचाई, ऊ से, यू से, यू
वो
से।
यू से है।
अरे वो स्पेलिंग गलत है फिर।
नहीं नहीं नहीं,
अरे वो एक he played God in some film with
यस, गॉड
Salman
तुसी
Khan,
ग्रेट
ना?
हो,
अच्छा, वो जी से आ जाएगा, गॉड
हाँ।
तुसी ग्रेट हो।
या अच्छा, देन ओ के बाद पी ना,
हाँ,
परवरिश, परवरिश मेरी बहुत
ओ
फेवरेट।
यस,
हाँ।
यस,
पीकू।
पीकू,
पुकार,
करेक्ट,
पुकार,
यस।
समंदर में नहा के और भी नमकीन हो गई हो। सच अ चीप सॉन्ग।
ये पुकार का गाना था कि गिरफ्तार का था?
पुकार, पुकार का गाना है।
अच्छा, पुकार का, अच्छा।
हम्म।
इसमें भी पुकार का भी यही था ना, जहाँ तेरी ये नजर
हाँ।
है, नहीं वो
नहीं,
That
वो
is
कालिया,
कालिया।
वो कालिया का था।
कालिया।
हाँ,
And you know that lady
ठीक है।
who's dancing with Bachchan Saab, and both of them with Amjad Khan, and they want to steal that necklace from her neck. That lady was the first wife of Vijayendra Ghatke, Nikki Ghatke.
ओ,
Yeah.
ट्रिविया।
Yes.
और आपको बताऊं, बच्चन साहब ने क्यू से भी कुछ नहीं किया होगा।
क्यों से नहीं किया है, मुझे तो याद नहीं आ रहा।
क्यों हो गया ना, क्यों हो गया ना।
No,
अरे वो
that's
के
with
है ना,
K.
वो
That's with K.
तो सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी।
उसकी भी स्पेलिंग चेंज कराई है।
हाँ।
चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, आर पे आते हैं,
R से तो बहुत हैं,
बताइए।
याद नहीं आ रही।
आर से बहुत है, लेकिन नाम कुछ नहीं याद आ रहा है।
रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान याद आ गया।
राम बलराम,
अरे वाह, क्या बात है, राम बलराम भी है, करेक्ट।
राम बलराम, हाँ
विजय आनंद की पिक्चर थी वो,
हाँ,
एंड रोटी कपड़ा और मकान वाज मनोज कुमार,
मनोज कुमार।
यस,
और राम गोपाल वर्मा की आग।
आग,
यस।
करेक्ट, क्या बात है नलिनी जी।
Nalini, you take the cake in this round for bringing back to memory films like RGV की आग, और कौन सी थी एक इससे पहले, उस समय ब्लैंक आउट कर चुका था।
आर से of course, you know, how can we forget रेशमा और शेरा।
Oh yeah.
हाँ, रिश्मा, यस यस,
But you know,
that's
we
आपकी
can,
पिक्चर।
you know why we can forget Reshma or Shera? Because he had no dialogue in it.
Yeah.
Run.
Run. Yes.
Run.
Yes.
And
Run.
Runway also, I think recently Runway or
Runway
something came.
34. Runway 34.
Yeah.
Yeah. ऐसे मुझे पता है वो संदीप क्या बोलने वाला है. ऐसे मुझे पता है. संदीप बोलो.
बोलो बोलो संदीप ऐसे.
मैं सुहाग बोलने वाला था.
अच्छा शराबी मैंने सोचा. तुम
सबसे
बोलो.
पहले तो शक्ति है ही.
शक्ति.
शक्ति आएगी ना.
हाँ.
शक्ति, शराबी,
सत्ते पे सत्ता.
शहंशाह.
शोले.
शोले, शहंशाह, सत्ते पे सत्ता. क्या
सत्ता.
बात है.
शान.
शान.
सिलसिला.
सिलसिला. ओहो.
सरकार.
तो कैसे भी.
सूर्यवंशम.
सूर्यवंशम में तो काम किया मैंने.
अच्छा आपने बताया था.
शमिताब.
शमिताब.
यस. अब आ जाओ टी पे.
टी पे तूफान तो हम बोले ना.
करेक्ट.
और फिर टी.
इंग्लिश भी अलाउड है ना, द ग्रेट गैट्सबी.
हाँ.
अब बोलते द ग्रेट गैम्बलर.
द ग्रेट गैम्बलर. करेक्ट.
द ग्रेट गैम्बलर.
और टी से तो ठग्स ऑफ हिंदुस्तान.
अरे वो ऋतुपर्णा घोष वाली कौन सी फिल्म थी? द लास्ट लेयर.
ओ या द लास्ट.
द लास्ट लेयर.
मैन हाउ कैन वी फॉरगेट यार. त्रिशूल.
ओ गॉश. ओ
नलिनी
गॉश.
जी आपके सारे अवार्ड्स मैंने वापस ले लिए. सारे अवार्ड्स वापस ले लिए मैंने.
ठीक है मैं बहुत शर्मिंदा हूँ. मैं बहुत शर्मिंदा हूँ. और 3 एक फिल्म आई थी. 3 बुरी नहीं थी वो.
3 करेक्ट. यस 3.
3 पत्ती. It had Ben Kingsley.
क्या 3 पत्ती.
Yeah. And before Sandeep says, I'll only say it. You say ऊंचाई.
यू से ऊंचाई. या. और एक ही आएगी.
बस एक ही है शायद. चलिए आ जाते वी पे.
वी से एक मूवी आई थी वो मैं तब से याद कर रही हूँ. वो मैं देखिए विरुद्ध करके एक फिल्म आई थी ना.
महेश मांजरेकर की फिल्म थी.
हाँ मैं तब से.
टब्बू भी थी उसमें शायद.
जॉन इब्राहिम और समथिंग.
यस करेक्ट. वी से विरुद्ध. अरे क्या बात है नलिनी जी. अब एक एक करके अवार्ड फिर से आएगा आपके पास में.
नहीं जब आप लोग when I was thinking कि हम वी पे पहुंचेंगे तो मैं I was racking my brains क्या होगा. तो फिर I thought of that film.
अब मतलब कितने आगे की सोच है आपकी. हम ए में अटके हुए वी तक पहुंच गए. क्या तैयारी है. वाह. चलिए डब्ल्यू.
वक्त. द रेस अगेंस्ट टाइम.
यस विपुल शाह की पिक्चर. क्या बात है नलिनी जी. ये आपने तो सच्ची बिब्लियोग्राफी है आपके पास में अमित जी की.
मैंने
और कोई याद आ रहा है डब्ल्यू.
ये है ना वजीर.
वजीर.
हाँ वजीर. यस वजीर है. एक्स पे कुछ नहीं है ना.
नहीं.
चलिए वाई.
याराना.
करेक्ट.
और कौन सी है वाई से. और तो कुछ नहीं याद आ रहा. वाई से याराना.
और जेड में 2 हैं. हमने 2 नाम लिए.
जमीर और जंजीर.
Correct.
और जमीर भी हाईली बकवास.
And in this way, we have covered the A to Z of Amit ji. And we've also realized that there are a couple of alphabets Amit ji has missed out in his career. And it would be great if Amit ji can do films starting from those letters.
Yeah.
क्यों नलिनी जी?
Absolutely.
हमारा सजेशन है कि फिल्म अब आप स्टोरी नहीं एक टाइटल की वजह से करिए.
हाँ. One alphabet is O. He hasn't done anything with O.
And X and Q.
Q also, yeah. He could have done a movie Qayamat say something or the other.
ठीक है. So that's it. Is there anything else that somebody would like to add?
No. Okay, he did a film which doesn't have any alphabets, but it's got numbers. Does it count anywhere in the O?
बोलिए ना.
102 not out.
तो H हो गया ना वो तो.
102 लिखते हैं ना उसको. 102.
अच्छा ओ हाँ 102 not out. करेक्ट. करेक्ट. और इस तरीके से हम लोगों ने अमित जी के बच्चन साहब के करियर के A to Z को कंबाइन करने की कोशिश की. ऑब्वियसली हमने बहुत सारी फिल्में मिस की है, बट वो जो फिल्में हमने मिस की है हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे लिसनर्स ऐड करें और अपनी एक लिस्ट बनाएं बच्चन साहब की फिल्म A to Z से. मजेदार बात होगी बट ऑन द अदर हैंड एक थोड़ा सा दिल पे पत्थर रख करके ये भी बोलना पड़ता है कि ये इस सीजन का आखिरी एपिसोड है. Until we come back with the next season, we will take leave from you. But I must add that we have really enjoyed and had great fun along with Nalini ji, Saurabh, and our other co-panelists who joined us, Sandeep, Gaurav, Janish, and Suhani Sharma. And thanks to their input, our podcast only got richer. I would like to state once again that we are an independent podcast and we would love all the support that you can give us. We would feel encouraged if you can come and listen to our podcast again once we join you in the second season. But I would like to specially thank Sandeep, Gaurav, and Nalini ji for their time for this Bachchan episode. It was great speaking to you guys. Thank you so much. And I would like आप लोग अपने अपने भाई बोल दीजिए please. संदीप से शुरू करते हैं.
Okay, so as usual, it is great fun to be on this podcast and to talk about Bachchan, who was my introduction to cinema, and it was just great fun. And the A to Z game that we played, I must say that that is something really unique, and we all had great fun doing that. And in general, talking about the filmography of this magnificent personality. I would like to thank Nalini ji and Ashu ji, both of you, for making me part of not just this episode, but quite a few episodes in the past. And it was great fun discussing cinema with cinephiles like you, and also Suhani, Saurabh, and Gaurav bhai, Janish bhai at various points of time. So thank you again, and until next time, goodbye.
Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah, same here. Thank you, Ashbhai and Ratnam, for making me, participate in some of the episodes. It was a privilege and honor to be here. And on Bachchan Saab, though, we have said enough. So I wish, again, looking forward to the next season. I'm sure the audience would be looking forward to the next season also very soon. And you guys rock, both you and Nalini ji. And wishing all the best for a great future ahead for Dime a Dozen Films.
And Nalini ji.
Thank you so much, Ashuji, for hosting this. It was done so wonderfully. And like Sandeep said, we had great fun with the A to Z. That was an absolutely wonderful idea. Bachchan Saab's filmography from A to Z. And I wanted to thank from the bottom of my heart, Saurabh Nair, Sandeep Padi, Gaurav Sethi, Suhani Sharma, Janish, for being a part of this podcast at different times. And like we always say, this has been an independent podcast. We are going to be seeing you again very soon. We are ending season 1 here, going to revamp and come back and be with you guys and bring you some very exciting episodes. Thank you to all our listeners. Thank you to those listeners who send us these lovely comments. And thank you to, we have a regular set of listeners, no, Ashuji?
Absolutely. And we are so indebted to them that they keep encouraging us and keep telling us how we can improve ourselves. It's really beautiful to keep getting reactions from them.
Yes, really. That makes us feel that what we're doing is, there's something right in what we're doing. So thank you so much. This is Dime a Dozen Films podcast signing off season 1. And a big shout out to all our listeners. Hugs, love to everyone. Thank you so much. Till we see you again very soon.
और नलिनी जी जाते जाते
जी,
ये सीजन का लास्ट एपिसोड है.
कह दिया ना, बस कह दिया.
You see, the whole country of the system is juxtapositioned by the hemoglobin in the atmosphere because you are a sophisticated rhetorician intoxicated by the exuberance of your own verbosity. What? My name is Anthony Gonsalves.
Gonsalves?
Right? My name is Anthony Gonsalves. मैं दुनिया में अकेला हूँ.
दिल भी है खाली, घर भी है खाली, इसमें रहेगी कोई किस्मत वाली। आए जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए, जिसे मेरी याद आए जब चाहे चली आए। रूप महल प्रेम गली खोली नंबर 420।
Excuse me, please.